What's up guys, and welcome back to the BFS Fishing channel. And in this video we're going to be going over this reel right here. So if you guys have been following along on the community posts, I just received the Daiwa SS Air TW from plat.co.jp. I kind of wish the shipping was a little bit faster, but you know what, we got it today, and so I'm really excited to get into this. So let's go ahead and open up things. So nothing in the bag, pretty plain box. Now I've never ordered anything from Plat before, but I gotta say that their experience was pretty good. All right, and here it is. Nice air bubble package. No gift, but that's okay. And we've got the main attraction, which is what we're all here for right now. And don't need the Exacto. Okay, so this is it. This is the 2023 Daiwa SS Air TW. This is the 8.5 gear ratio. I think there's only one available, and it is in a left-hand retrieve. So let's take a really close look at the box. You see that the KTF partnership, I guess, is kind of clearly labeled there. You've got some specs here, and we'll go over some of those specs in the video as well. So let's just go ahead and open her up, see what everything is about. And in typical Daiwa fashion, you get some instruction manuals, but really not interested in that. And I'm curious as to what this is. These look to be maybe foot protectors, but I'll take a closer look. If anybody knows exactly what these are, they are kind of stickers of sorts, but they're clear, and I'm assuming that they are feet protectors. But if you know what they are, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section down below. And they mentioned their actual company name, Globeride, because Daiwa is actually owned or operates under the parent company called Globeride, or Globeride, sorry. But anyways, here it is, the SS Air TW. So I'll get you guys in a little bit closer and try to get you some beauty shots. It is kind of covered in a light layer of manufacturing oil, and so, you know, that's pretty standard. Wow, the reel is surprisingly smooth. It doesn't free spool the best, which kind of makes me feel like the bearing, the worm gear doesn't have a bearing, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and tear this reel down, but I want to give you some specs on the reel just to kind of get that out in the open. So this is, like I said before, an 8.5 to 1 gear ratio. Daiwa claims that the IPT or CMPT is about 74, so 74 centimeters per turn. The all-up weight of this reel is 145 grams, and we're going to go ahead and check that right now. So 145 grams, and it comes in at 145.92, so fairly close. Daiwa claims that the spool is going to be a 5.8 gram spool, so let's go ahead and measure that. And this is with the bearing. That's a little bit odd. 7.63? Maybe that's a 5.8 without the bearing, but that is a very odd weight. So I will, during the teardown video, I'm going to take a closer look at that. I don't want to open up the or take the bearing off of the spool just yet, but odd, I'm getting a 7.61 spool weight, so very interesting there. And then before we take a closer look at the spool, you know, it's got its laundry list of features, namely let's see, the TWS, so T-wing system. It's got the new SS MagForce braking system, which we'll take a closer look at. It's got the KTF designed or partnered spool. It's got ultimate tournament drag, so it does have a drag clicker. And yeah, that is a pretty pleasing sound to me. It also has a star drag clicker. I think I'm a little bit less of a fan of this. It does have a Zion star drag wheel. It's unfinished, so you can actually see kind of the carbon strands inside of the plastic or resin. It has a zero shaft design and then digigear, and also supposedly the frame is a alloy frame with, I believe, the side plates being carbon. And yeah, they do appear to be carbon. Now, I don't know about this side yet, and so, you know, once we get into the reel, we'll go ahead and take a look at that. But the frame does look to be alloy. I don't know what metal, and I'm not going to scratch it because in the case that it is magnesium, I don't want it to corrode. I do feel like it does feel quite light though, so I don't think it is aluminum. But you know, if somebody out there knows a little bit better about that, please go ahead and let me know. You got the nice made in Japan, and then your spool tension. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about what makes this reel very special, and that is this, the braking system and the spool with the inverted inductor. So Daiwa claims that this inductor is about 14% smaller in diameter than your standard Daiwa inductor currently on the market. And then they say that the spool is about 25% lighter than the 2020 Steez, I believe. So the way this works is that a normal Daiwa rotor is actually open to the outside of the spool, but on this one, they've inversed the direction. And this is supposed to be a dynamic inductor system. So I'm going to gently pull on the rotor, and indeed it does move up and down, or out towards the side plate itself. And it doesn't really feel like it requires too much strength. So the way this works is that the inductor just kind of sits in this magnetic assembly. And so let's see if it is, yeah. So it looks like this whole ring is a magnet, and the outer portion also does feel like a magnet, but yeah, both sides are magnetic. I think the outer portion is a little bit less strong, so it could be that the outer portion is a, you know, steel ring. And let's see. Let's go ahead and put everything back together. And just for giggles, I think this is on the brakes are on the 0 setting. Oh, this is, it's a little bit hard to use the brake dial, but you know, it's not, if you've got a little bit of a thumbnail, you can kind of get in there. I'm not super fond of this style of design, but it does have up to 20 settings on the dial itself. I guess it does make it so that it's pretty hard to kind of accidentally move. But let's go ahead and get some free spool action on this. Actually, let's go ahead and tighten up the drag first. Yeah. So not quite the best, but I will say that the retrieve is extremely smooth. I mean, it's not as smooth as the Daiwa Millionaire that I have, but it is very smooth. There's like a slight amount of resistance in that retrieve, and that's totally okay. I actually don't mind that at all. To me, giving you a little bit of resistance makes it feel like you actually can feel what the reel is undergoing. Let's see the clutch button. Clutch button feels a little loose. Yeah, that's a little bit odd to me. Maybe it's because of the T-wing system that it feels like that. But in any case, that's I think that's going to do it for this video. I mean, there's not really much else to talk about. All of the informational material on this video is out there. So I want to make this a really, really short video. The next video that's coming out, I'm going to be tearing this entire reel down, and then we're going to be searching for where all the ball bearings are. And it looks like maybe there are bushings in the handle knobs, which If it's all 4 bushings in the handle knobs, then I'll be very, very happy because it means that there are 8 bearings inside the reel itself. But we'll take a look and we'll see. I really do like the short throw on the handle, and the reel does feel quite comfortable to hold. Yeah, pretty stoked about this. So in the next video, which should come out pretty shortly, we'll go ahead and tear this reel down. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. But yeah, I really appreciate all of your guys' support. And with that being said, thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.